Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. Please subscribe, guys. It really does help with the algorithm, and a thumbs up never hurts as well. I got XRP here on the daily, zoomed right out here. XRP trading at about 94.5 cents. What I wanted to show you guys was this. Take a look at where it's trading right now. So I'm just going to put a blue line here on the chart. We can see it is just kind of hovering around the top of this supply zone, and we have seen XRP dip down, kind of finding its equilibrium in and around this area here. I'm going to throw it back on auto, zoom in on the chart to show you guys where we are. So we have seen that bit of resistance here. It's interesting, when I throw Fibonacci here on the chart, we can see the bottom level of this did hit the 0.236 right over here before it rebounded, bounced back up. Now we're hovering in that level of support that I just showed you over here. The other thing I wanted to mention is when I put the Fibonacci on the entire trend over here, you guys can see how closely those levels line up there. So take a look at that if I zoom back in. So I have two Fibonacci's now on the chart, one on the most recent downtrend and one on the wider downtrend. And take a look at the 0.236 level on both of them. Almost identical. So I thought that was an interesting observation. I got BTC up here as well. BTC, which is Bitcoin, trading at about $43,200. We are still waiting for a move up for Bitcoin. Of course, it has been hovering in the 0.382. Getting over the 0.702 is really what we have been eyeing for a long time now. And this could keep trending, guys, for the next few months. We don't really know what's going to happen with BTC. It really is going to be dependent on what the news is telling us, what is going on around the world. Are we hearing a positive narrative, a negative narrative with regards to cryptocurrencies? It's all still up in the air, so we just got to wait and see. Michael at Val5 Links bringing this to our attention. Several U.S. lawmakers see China's authoritarian crackdown on cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin, as a perfect opportunity for American leadership on cryptocurrencies. So here's a perfect example of a story now that could shape the narrative. Recently, we did hear of China's wanting to ban cryptocurrency, as they've said many times in the past, and this has affected the market. Well, apparently U.S. lawmakers are seeing an opportunity here. Following the latest news of China's crackdown on cryptocurrency, several U.S. lawmakers have shared their views on the situation, including Pat Toomey from Pennsylvania. China's authoritarian crackdown on crypto, including Bitcoin, he said, is a big opportunity for the U.S., and it's also a reminder of our huge structural advantage over China. Beijing is so hostile to economic freedom, they cannot even tolerate their people participating in what is arguably the most exciting innovation in finance in decades. Economic liberty leads to faster growth and ultimately a higher standard of living for all. The pro-Bitcoin senator from Wyoming, Cynthia Lummis, who has also been trying to educate her colleagues in Congress that Bitcoin is a great store of value, also chimed in on this. Commenting on Toomey's tweet, she wrote, "Gradually then, closer to the suddenly phase by the day, keep up the education on the Hill, that's spreading." Congressman Tom Emmer from Minnesota opined, "Digital authoritarianism, China is forcing its citizens away from decentralized currency and onto the digital yuan so that the CCP can track all money movements. You fear Big Brother, then you should also fear what the Fed might be designing." Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell recently said that the Fed will soon publish a discussion paper on the central bank digital currency. Emmer further stated, "Open, permissionless, private. If China bans it, it's something worth fighting for." So it's interesting to see what is happening in U.S. Congress. Of course, this is heating up, guys. And this is, at least in part, this is what is going to shape the new financial structure. And so, U.S. officials obviously seeing China moving a certain way. And I think it's Tom Emmer whose point really did stand out here. Open, permissionless, private. If China bans it, it's something worth fighting for. We know our governments want to get us on CBDCs. Of course, there are differing opinions, differing ideologies within, representatives in government. And so we have, some senators obviously fighting for our freedoms, while others probably would be happy to follow this model where we are always constantly surveilled, our CBDCs being tracked. This is not a future that I want to live in. However, it's going down that path. We've been talking about central bank digital currencies for a while, and we really didn't know how it would all roll out. Well, anyway, here's an update from Congress. Wanted to thank Michael at Val5 Links for posting that. I also got this, guys, from BondCrypt XRP here. With regards to the United Arab Emirates, now I find this interesting. This also has to do with their financial setup over there going digital in 2 years. So the UAE is to close down half of government service centers to go digital in 2 years. Interesting. So let me read you guys a little bit of this. The United Arab Emirates will close down 50% of its government service centers and turn them into digital platforms. This coming from an announcement in a series of tweets regarding the new federal government structure and new ministerial appointments. Sheikh Mohammed said, "We are closing 50% of government service centers and turning them into digital platforms within 2 years, merging 50% of federal authorities with other authorities or ministries, and appointing new ministers of state and CEOs of specialist sectors." He also highlighted the establishment of the Ministry of Industry and Advanced Technology, which has been set up in an effort to develop the national industry sector, according to Emirates news agency WAM, as well as the entity's merger with the Emirates Authority for Standardization and Metrology, explaining that the Minister of States for Advanced Sciences will work under its umbrella. So this is interesting because they are talking about all their ministries. So an entire country, all the different departments within the government looking to be merged, looking to be reduced by 50%. But BondCrypt XRP here brought up a good point. Take a look at the Ripple partnerships in the UAE since 2018. We have the National Bank of Fujairah, Lulu Exchange, and also the NYU Abu Dhabi NYUAD. So, also the UAE Exchange in 2018. So there has been a lot of news over the last few years with regards to the United Arab Emirates running on Ripple. And so, it makes total sense that a lot of these applications will be eventually streamlined, put on the blockchain, and, looking to reduce government by 50% within 2 years. That is a lofty timeline, although I have no doubt that the UAE can do it. Wanted to thank BondCrypt XRP for pointing that out. And also, guys, with regards to El Salvador and Bitcoin, we've got some news from Nayib Bukele here, the president. 2.1 million Salvadorians are actively using the Chivo wallet. These are not downloads. These are active users right now. Chivo is not a bank, but in less than 3 weeks, it now has more users than any bank in El Salvador and is moving fast to have more users than all banks in El Salvador combined. This is wild. Now, for those of you guys who have not been paying attention maybe to the Bitcoin news with regards to El Salvador, the president recently announced that Bitcoin is going to be a legal tender in El Salvador, and the rollout was a little shaky, and it's amazing to see that 2.1 million Salvadorians in less than 3 weeks have already gotten onto Bitcoin, have already been downloading the Chivo wallet, and are now actively using it. Considering the population of El Salvador is 6.4 million, roughly, give or take, that is about a third of the population. So amazing feat there. I seriously do wonder how this is going to go. I do wonder how El Salvador, or rather the people of El Salvador, are going to fare over the next decade or so utilizing Bitcoin, realizing the cycles and understanding, this thing does fluctuate. I mean, it doesn't hurt to get on the system, but, save up your US dollars, because that is the other official fiat currency there in El Salvador. Save up your USD, wait for that dip, and then pump it all into Bitcoin. You guys will be doing fine. Interesting to see that. Gonna keep going, guys. Dictator Know-It-All here brought this to my attention. I see BITRUE official now has a tab to trade USDC. Are they about to delist USDT? It's an interesting question because we have heard a lot of negative news revolving around USDT. Of course, that is that stablecoin that has been getting a lot of negative press as of late. We know USDC is a more viable option, a lot more regulated, has certain partnerships that are more respectable. And so I also just decided to go to my BITRUE account just to see that. And you guys can see it is listed up here now. USDC has trading pairs with Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, LTC, which is Litecoin, XDC, and XRP. So all trading pairs right now with USDC. If you guys do not have a BITRUE account. I do have an affiliate link in the description of the video. You don't have to use it though. You can just sign up for one on your own. But USDT still listed on here. However, is it a sign of things to come? I mean, things are changing very rapidly in this space, so it is something that we should be paying attention to. The other thing I wanted to mention, this just directly from BITRUE officials Twitter account here, the Songbird SGB distribution has been completed. You can check to see how much you got in your asset center. Be sure to scroll down and find Flare Networks. So trading for SGB USDT and SGB XRP starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. UTC. So that is 4 hours later, if I'm not mistaken, from Eastern Standard Time. We hope you're as excited as we are. I'm super stoked. You know, today, September 26th, BITRUE did announce that SGB will be trading on the platform tomorrow, September 27th. So for those of you guys, the chart obviously isn't here yet, but for those of you guys interested, you can now deposit your SGB tokens. You just have to type in SGB over here, and you can see you can deposit your tokens here. They will give you a SGB deposit address. And as of 10 a.m. UTC tomorrow, you will be able to trade your Songbird tokens. Have no idea what they're going to be going for yet. That is still a mystery. Anyway, just thought I'd keep you guys up to date on that. Again, I do have an affiliate link if you want to open a BITRUE. You don't have to use it though if you don't want to. Okay, next thing up. Again, with regards to this lawsuit and with regards to the SEC, James Rule XRP bringing this to our attention now. This was a letter that was drafted on Friday from Senator Toomey to Gary Gensler. Dear Chair Gensler, thank you for your testimony before the Senate Banking Committee on September 14th. I write to follow up on some concerns that he has about regulatory clarity for investors to benefit from a fair and competitive marketplace. Regulators must proactively provide rules of the road to industry. Unfortunately, the SEC has instead adopted a strategy of regulation by enforcement in this area. At the hearing, you noted the SEC's success in pursuing crypto-related enforcement actions. In many of these enforcement actions, the SEC did not identify the securities involved or the rationale of their status as securities, which would have provided much-needed public regulatory clarity. This approach appears related to your belief that the probability is quite remote that any given cryptocurrency platform has zero securities. However, the SEC has a responsibility to do more than just provide probabilistic estimates. My concern about the SEC's lack of regulatory clarity are shared by others, including SEC commissioners. We know Hester Peirce and Elad Roisman are among them. They say that they are disappointed by the SEC's failure to explain which digital assets were securities. They stated this omission was symptomatic of the SEC's reluctance to provide additional guidance about how to determine whether a token is being sold as part of a security offering or which tokens are securities. In an effort to obtain that additional guidance, attached are questions for the record for the recent hearing. Many of them would give industry clarity on developing promising technologies within the confines of existing law and regulations. Please provide detailed answers so that innovators have the guidance they need to ensure domestic investment and innovation in these technologies. Sincerely, Pat Toomey. I still do wonder if these senators believe that the SEC is that daft that, and they still haven't gotten it right, or if they're just doing this as due course because they know about the corruption that is going on in the SEC and they are just trying to take them to task. Because I would think that, if you did even just a little bit of research, you would realize how corrupt this organization is. And, we have found some more evidence to suggest this. Of course, Charles Gasparino, another one who has been uncovering more information with regards to the Ripple and SEC lawsuit. Brad Garlinghouse here just thanking them for having him on the show the other day. As I said, American innovation is on the line because the SEC's refusal to provide a clear framework for crypto instead of working with the industry. Brad Garlinghouse goes on to say the SEC is using their meetings with companies as lead generation for their enforcement actions. Once the dust settles, it'll be clear that Ripple's on the right side of the law and the right side of history. And guys, this is why I'm so excited about XRP price. A lot of us way back when thought this lawsuit was going to be a bad thing for Ripple and XRP, and a lot of people were very reluctant to buy the dip, to buy down in and around here. Now, I mean, I did not buy down in and around here. I did buy more XRP, however, when it did reach about 25, 26 cents. We have seen nothing but positive momentum despite this lawsuit for XRP. Yes, some could surmise it would have gone higher perhaps had this lawsuit not happened, but we do have to look at the facts. We do have to look at the evidence. Brad Garlinghouse also saying that it is clear that Ripple is on the right side of the law, so they will come out of this gloriously and victoriously. And, on top of that, we got to keep pointing the finger at where the SEC has been putting their favoritism. This from Stéphane Hubert here. Ethereum 2.0 should have been online since 2019. It still isn't. Charles Gasparino, watch this video. SEC charged Ripple to buy time for Ethereum development. The SEC lied to you. They lied to you in that Ethereum had been fully developed for years. Decentralization is also a lie. Please check this out. So, Ethereum decentralized for years. We know the SEC. We know that they had made this their argument in court. That is why Ethereum had gotten that clarity. But here's Charles Lubin, co-founder of the Ethereum Foundation. Listen to what he has to say.
Between Ethereum 1.0 and 2.0, so it will be a brand new system, and there's a sort of boot up plan being built. And a few days ago, so there are 8 different teams that are currently building one of the major phases of Ethereum 2.0. So there are 3 phases, and computer scientists like to start from 0. So there's phase 0, phase 1, and phase 2. Phase 0 is this proof of stake mechanism.
Right.
And so we have a team. There are 7 other great teams. A few of the teams have test nets, and there's a single test net that's been put together so that our teams can get together and get integrated. Current plan is that we pair off, we integrate, get in sync pairwise, and keep doing that until everybody's on that test net, which is already live. So probably going to happen within a very small number of months, so certainly by the end of this year. So it'll really be live with real value by the end of this year, and it'll have connectivity to Ethereum 1.0, and at some point, timetable to be determined, it will be able to finalize transactions on.
All right, so, maybe a bit of an optimistic timeline. However, we know that this was never the case. And, brought to us by Stéphane Hubert here. Very keen eye, my friend. Ethereum 2.0 release date. I just did a quick search here to get more information on this. Ethereum 2.0 is designed to be launched in 3 phases, as you heard Joseph Lubin say. Phase 0 was launched on December 1st and created the Beacon Chain, a proof of stake or POS blockchain that will act as a central coordination and consensus hub of Ethereum 2.0. But that means that it is not fully built out yet. There are still more phases and therefore not completely decentralized. Here's another just quick Google search that I did. When will Ethereum 2.0 be released? There is no specific date for this, but it's likely to happen towards the end of 2021. Well, now it is the end of 2021 and we still are waiting. It enables staking on the Ethereum network, putting an end to the energy-intensive mining. Another Reddit forum here is also discussing this. Now, this post from Rossi B6 from about 4 months ago. I've seen a lot of posts saying that Ethereum 2.0 is now expected to fully launch around the end of 2022. If this is true, do you think it will have a significant negative impact on Ethereum's growth and potentially its place as the number 2 crypto? Or do you think EIP 1559 will be enough to catalyze yada, yada, yada? Just giving more techie speak for the Ethereum developers here. But the point that I just wanted to mention here is that it is still being pushed back. 2022 now looks to be a timeline where we can see it be finalized. Again, this is ever evolving, and I personally do not follow Ethereum too closely, so I am not entirely sure where we're at in this. The other thing, though, I wanted to mention was this, another tweet from Stéphane Hubert. Ethereum 2.0 was planned since 2014. Therefore, Ethereum is proof of work. Its fees never were anything but an investment and funding mechanism to build the final blockchain, which is indeed Ethereum 2.0. And if you don't want to take it from him, listen to what these guys have to say down here. This is Vitalik Buterin, Joe Lubin, being interviewed at this summit. Listen to this.
A higher, more conceptual level, Ethereum 1 you could think of as a prototype. It was an impossible project that got built, and we needed to put out something that we knew wouldn't be scalable. We needed to do that to figure out how to build decentralized applications, figure out the developer tooling and the infrastructure.
So you put it out knowing it wouldn't be scalable, just to kind of feel out the kinks, see what did work, see what did not work? That doesn't sound like a fully rolled out project to me.
That we needed to build them and deploy them. We needed to figure out whether it's possible to build companies around decentralized applications, because a number of years ago, people just thought, no, it's all code out in the open. The margins would go down to zero. There'd be people copying everybody back and forth. And of course, that's not true, because there's so much to building a product and a service in a company outside of the actual pure technology. We needed to build a trust foundation and figure out what we could build on top of that. Turns out we can build a financial
you're
plumbing
saying
layer.
That the concept of launching something that doesn't scale and then rebuilding
Sure.
it as
It
something
scales-
scalable
it
was
scales
in the
somewhat.
initial plans or initial
Yeah, we
thinking.
knew it wasn't going to be scalable for sure.
Even the interviewer is questioning the robustness of this project. Jeff down here saying this is laughable. And it is. A decentralized network, of course, still being developed on. Definitely not what the SEC claims Ethereum is. So, did Joe Lubin basically just sink the SEC's argument even further? Good question. Digital Perspectives at Backup Bradley here posted this. Maybe this is why the Ethereum team buddied up so close to the SEC. He's retweeting out this tweet here from Bank XRP from way back in February of 2019. Okay, so this is an older article in a recent tweet uploaded by Vitalik Buterin. He says that XRP is a better option than Bitcoin itself. He answered a tweet written by a software engineer, Pierre Rochard, who said that Bitcoin is the ideal stable coin and store of value. And so, of course, Vitalik Buterin responds to that. He answered that he believes that Mr. Rochard wanted to use the XRP graphic instead. Buterin said that the XRP graphic would look the same, but it is also around money. Additionally, he mentioned that XRP has been adopted by several institutions and signed many partnerships around the world. We know at a point Vitalik Buterin was a Ripple fanboy. I don't know if you guys knew that. I think since the politics involved as the years went on and the politics surrounding all these different cryptocurrencies got more heated, he has since switched his tune. He has since, turned around and said, no, wait, Ripple, that's a company that has created a security, an XRP security that was used to fund the company. I don't know exactly what he said. I'm paraphrasing here, guys, but a huge 180. That is the point I wanted to mention to you guys. Another smoking gun here from Backup Bradley. Again, from an older article. This is another quote from Vitalik Buterin. This was a blog post here, guys, from Stefan Thomas, who used to work at Ripple. Codius smart contracts made from containers. And if you guys go down here, you can see later in 2013, a young Bitcoin developer crashed on my couch for a couple of weeks while visiting San Francisco. In the afternoon, he would come to the Ripple office and join our discussions about smart contracts. His name was Vitalik Buterin, and these conversations led him to incorporate Ripple's key/value data structure into Ethereum. Which now also begs the question, did Vitalik Buterin actually take some of the ideas that Ripple had and implement them into Ethereum? Neptune XRP down here saying, I have to wonder if Vitalik walked off with any intellectual property from his time at Ripple. It does make you wonder, guys, considering what had happened several years ago. Vitalik Buterin's connection going into the Ripple offices, of course, him being a Ripple fanboy way back in the day, then the about face. Of course, we know there is a lot going on behind the scenes at the SEC that we are not privy to. However, it is being unraveled slowly but surely. And when Ripple finally wins that case, I have no doubt that we are going to see the retail FOMO dump into XRP like you'll never believe. Again, guys, Brad Garlinghouse just reiterating here, it's clear that Ripple is on the right side of the law and the right side of history. I couldn't agree more, Brad, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.